Hey, what's up guys, 𝐻𝐤𝐤 here, and welcome to episode 18 of Skilling to Glory. And yes, I know it's been a little while. I've been a little bit busy though, as I haven't really been able to play much FIFA, meaning no episodes basically. I can't really, or at least I don't really want to say just yet though, what the reason is, but you guys will find out very, very soon, hopefully. I hope somewhere around this time next month. But yeah, it's going to be exciting for me anyway, and hopefully you guys will love it as well. So, in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys some rewards that we actually got from gameplay that I showed to you guys in the previous episode. As I said, I didn't really play that much FIFA over the past 2 weeks. I did play the recent Weekend League, but the two before that, I didn't play, mainly due to me just being pretty busy. So, yeah, you can see in the background that we got some Division Rival rewards. We're also approaching 700,000 coins. With especially the coins that we got from rewards here as well. And yeah, I was looking to upgrade the team. I was looking to pick up a player, which you will see in this episode as well. But first of all, I'm going to be opening the pack, the 100k pack, in which we got Raheem Sterling. If I remember correctly, this is the second time that actually we packed him. This one being untradeable though, meaning we can use him for future SBCs, like the Rule Breakers one or the FUT Hero, which was out at the time. And yeah, the remaining players weren't that amazing. 184, another 83, and another 83. Also an inform that we actually packed right at the start of the episode in a preview pack. Of course, the one we had in our club was tradable, so we swapped that one. And we sent that one to the transfer list. And just tried to check if there were more tradable players, but unfortunately, I just had way too many untradeable players in my club, meaning I either had to discard them or throw them into an SBC. So after that, I decided to pick up that player, which you will see in a second. But I also decided to sell Wilson Manafa, which at the time he was extinct, went for 40k. And I just should have waited, man, because right now he's approaching 90,000 coins. So I could have made a lot of profit since I picked him up for 10,000 coins. And I really wish I had picked him, I picked more of him. But anyway, this is the player I decided to purchase. 85 rated VINICIUS Jr., the second inform, and I picked him up for 480,000 coins, which I thought at the time was a steal, but he just ended up dropping. I think right now I'm on a loss of more than 100,000 coins, which sucks, but you know, it happens. We've made profit on some players, so you sometimes take some and you sometimes lose some. And at the time as well, there were these 50k preview packs, which kind of destroyed the market. And we started off decently, I would say. We basically made the pack back with 𝐋𝐢𝐤𝐤 𝐒𝐿, a player I've been kind of looking at as well, of maybe adding to the squad. But since these packs just got released, I decided to actually send him to the transfer list, because I think he went for like 60,000 coins. And I could see him dropping to like 40, with like how the market was basically. So I decided to actually sell him instead of use him. After that, we opened another one because I purchased the other one. So we had another 50k pack, which we could preview, which I decided not to buy. We had Navas and Castells, but right now, I actually just checked it today. This pack would have been over 50,000 coins. So if I had opened this one today, I probably would have packed it or purchased it, but I decided to just let it go, basically. Then after that, I decided to complete some of these Rule Breaker SBCs, and I believe this was all recorded on, I believe, Sunday. And yeah, like I said, I hadn't really played that much FIFA, not Rivals nor Weekend League or something. I did play the Weekend League from last weekend, but the two before that one I didn't play, mostly because I was just way too busy. So yeah, you can see some SBCs. The marquee matchups, I think, from the Champions League, I decided to complete. Didn't get anything amazing. And I decided to take a look at some more SBCs that got released. We got Boateng, Verratti, Robin Gosens player pick. We also got Daniel Parejo, which I was looking at as well. And I was thinking of maybe completing, because we had a lot of fodder in the club. And we have a fair few La Liga players. And I was kind of looking for another player to have alongside Frankie de Jong. So I was thinking of completing him. He looks very good. But you do know, looking at his stats, he looks very similar to Llorente as well, which we just packed, actually put on the transfer list. But yeah, I wasn't too sure whether or not I wanted to like submit all my fodder in a player I could never sell. So I was also thinking of maybe using Llorente. But yeah, at the time I wasn't just too sure yet, and I just wanted to play Weekend League. So I decided to play Weekend League. But first of all, though, I had to play the playoffs. And with that, I decided to change the team up a little bit because we, of course, sold Manafa, which was our right back. So I picked up Rule Breakers Kappa, which I can tell you is a very, very solid right back. So if you're thinking of maybe trying him out or maybe replacing some player you have on that side, definitely give him a try. I also picked up, I believe, 𝐻𝐤𝐤 𝐒𝐿. First time for me using him. Only goes for like 2,000 cores or something with a shadow. And so, yeah, decided to use him and have the partnership of Koundé and 𝐒𝐿. Not the most amazing team, but yeah, I figured I would, you know, see how it would go with the playoffs, because as you do know, the playoffs are usually the toughest when it comes to FUT Champions. And yeah, I didn't have any like entries remaining where I could simply just join a Weekend League, so we had to do this first. This was also, like I said, all done on a Sunday. And yeah, we started off getting the first goal in the game. A couple of chances as well where we got a little bit unlucky. Then the ball there with João Felix. Some skill moves where we then reach to Valverde. Pick the ball up here with Rodrigo. Go for a weak foot shot. Hits the defender. Then De Jong gets another shot in. Gets another block in as well for my opponent. Just the typical kind of FIFA block that I wish would get removed. And from that, we would concede the 1-1. It was the baby R9, which he had up front alongside, I think, with Robbie Keane, FUT Heroes. And yeah, decent goal there from him. We weren't able to clear it off the line just yet. But then minutes later, we score a really shitty goal here with VINICIUS. Again, auto block. Then the ball just falls luckily in front of VINICIUS. He controls the ball and then bangs it into the back of the net to make it 3-1. And gives us the lead back again. Then a nice R1 pass there from VINICIUS to Depay. Cuts in there in between, I think, Kanté and Van Dijk. Then a very nice finesse shot into the far corner, making it 3-1. And pretty much putting an end to this game. And to make it worse for my opponent, we also made it 4-1 here with a disgusting chip shot there from Rodrigo, which I remember saying as well in the previous episode. He's an absolute amazing player. And I think he's almost on a goal-a-game ratio for me in the squad. So yeah, I'm really loving him, despite the 4-star skills. I wish he had 5. Then you could see a little glimpse of Llorente that we sold for 57,000 coins. As I said, I wasn't too sure whether or not I wanted to keep him or not. And yeah, I remember listing him up for that price. And I actually thought at the time that I had put him up for too much, because I remember like seeing a few Llorentes going for 50k. But mine sold, so you know, we take the coins. And we came against a decent team as well, which I think as well had that VINICIUS Junior red in form, I believe. And also Messi, I think Llorente there as well, decent team. But we ended up beating that guy, so a nice way to move on. Then we come up against a team who had that player of the month, Cristiano Ronaldo, where we start off with some great stuff there from Felix. Unfortunately, we weren't able to reach Rodrigo or Depay just yet. But then, from kind of a rushing kind of situation from my opponent, we picked the ball up with Depay. Again, really nice finesse shot there with his weaker foot, giving us the lead in the game. Then 45th minute, it is Ronaldo who, just as in real life, scores in like extra time. He also did it on FIFA against me, meaning my opponent got himself back into the game. But then shortly in the second half, nice little luck Roqueta there with Rodrigo, making it 2-1, giving us the lead back again in this match. Then from a corner, I tried to control the ball there with Rodrigo, ended up losing the ball. We get it back again, where we then pick the ball up with Depay, go there with Rodrigo. Lovely little skill move there, and then we smash it in off the crossbar and in. Brilliant goal there, making it 3-1. And also there in the 69th minute, it is Depay, where I tried to chip him again. But Alisson kind of put it to the side, where then from the rebound we were able to make it a 4-1 nonetheless. And then 89th minute, my opponent would get a goal back there with Raheem Sterling. But it didn't really matter that much, as we would end up winning the game. The next game we go again, we came up against someone who was using that VINICIUS Junior, as well as I think the mid version of 𝐋𝐤𝐤. So I was a little bit afraid of, you know, getting smashed. But straight from kickoff, we pass it to VINICIUS Junior, bangs it in first time, and hits the post, goes in, and then my opponent immediately left, which was a little bit weird to see, especially if you come up against a squad like that. But yeah, we take it every day of the week, of course. Next game we go, we came up against a decent team as well, but we started off in the most terrible way, conceding such a shitty goal where, yeah, we basically scored an own goal. But the weird thing as well is that thing there with Koundé where he just automatically decided to switch sides, basically, which was really weird. And then the goalkeeper situation happened. So, yeah, the game wasn't really going my way. And then before halftime, we would end up conceding the 2-0 as well. And yeah, I didn't really see a point of me, you know, getting back into the game. So I decided to leave and go to the next one, as I think we only needed like 1 or maybe 2 more wins in order to qualify ourselves for champions. But then the very next game, again, the goalkeeper made a big mistake. I don't know what Bonu was thinking there of, you know, trying to clear the ball away in a way like that. But again, it caused us conceding a goal. Then in the 45th minute, it is our Portuguese who scored in extra time. But then my opponent decided to leave during extra time, or at least during halftime. Which I seriously don't get why people do this, man. Like, sometimes the FIFA community is so toxic in these situations. Same with Weekend League when, you know, it's kind of, you know, normal these days. If you have, like, games left, you just score an own goal and leave. I've seen clips on Twitter where people just deliberately run to their own goal, do a fake shot, and then run the ball over the line, and then just leave whilst the game is 0-0, basically. So, yeah, like I've said, the FIFA community can be nice sometimes, but most of the time, it's a bit toxic. Anyway, we got our final win. We gave some free wins away as well in order to get our rewards secured. And also meaning we basically got our entry for Weekend League sorted, which we would immediately play after this as well. I can see the packs, they weren't really that amazing. We got a Wijnaldum, which these days doesn't really go for anything. So we sent it to the transfer list. You can see that's the team that I decided to use in order to give some free wins away. And I wasn't too sure whether or not I wanted to make some changes to the squad. Even though I like playing with it, you know, we still had, I think, closing in on 300,000 coins. So we could potentially upgrade the team, but I wasn't too sure yet. So I decided to just play the remaining games that we had left for FUT Champions. Basically, try to reach rank 3 again. Basically, win 8 games, and that would basically be my my Sunday night. So we came against this decent team as well, which we had a bit of a tough start at. We created chances, but we just couldn't score, man. It was just so difficult. Even situations where I'm usually like guaranteed a goal of, you know, breaking through, just ball roll past the keeper. Those situations didn't really work out in my favor either. So eventually my opponent got himself back at 1-1. And also in the first half, he got himself back to 2-1. Meaning we actually were trailing. But luckily, in the 45th minute, lovely chip shot there from VINICIUS. And yeah, we got ourselves back in the 45th minute. 2-2 it was. And also in the second half, we were basically the better side. But again, we just weren't able to convert our chances here. I went for the sweaty option. We hit the post, just typical me. Then 52nd minute, I again tried to go for the sweaty option. But 𝐻𝐤𝐤𝐞 was offside because he was behind the goalkeeper. So, yeah, that was really annoying as well. And then, as always, once you, you know, once you don't really convert your chances, you always end up conceding a stupid goal, just like we did in the first half. And that's what happened in extra time in the 105th minute +1. We conceded a goal there from Fekir. And I thought the game was over. And, yeah, we had one more chance in the 120th minute. And believe it or not, it actually went in. What a shitty goal as well. I think off his player went in. And yeah, it was 3-3. We had to go into the penalty shootout. And this was like my first game of Weekend League after playing the playoffs. And yeah, I just wasn't really, you know, too prepared basically to continue on like this. Because I think it was like 9 PM or something on a Sunday. And you can see from the penalties, we didn't really take them that amazing. We ended up losing the first game. So, yeah, not the most amazing start to Weekend League, unfortunately. Then we came up against a pretty solid side as well, while my opponent scored a really nice outside foot shot there with Bruno Fernandes, where he gives himself the lead. Shortly after, though, great play there from Memphis and Rodrigo, where it's again Rodrigo with the goal, making it 1-1. Then we're still below the first like 10 minutes or so. Then we're still like in the first 10 minutes, where it's Mo Salah making it 2-1. And then shortly after, from I think a corner, it's Timo Werner who shoots it in off the post and in to make it 3-1. And that was a sign for me to basically leave, because I just had that feeling of, you know, me not really being able to get back into this match. And I'm usually in a situation anyway where with Weekend League where I have to give out free wins. So if I'm in a situation where I know I'm not going to win, I just simply leave the game, because it's, you know, for me, you know, just time wasted really. But anyway, in the next game we ended up being 2-0 up, and then again closing in on halftime. It's again Fekir there, still an amazing player, and I'm still kind of, you know, needed to I still kind of need to use him more often, since he just keeps destroying me in every single match I play, in every single match I come up against him. Luckily though, we ended up being 3-1 up. We also make it 4-1 here again with Rodrigo. Nice top corner finish, which would see our opponent leaving as well, meaning we finally got our first win in Weekend League. And yeah, we still had a bunch of games to play, because you of course need to win at least 8 wins, or need to win at least 8 games. And yeah, we tried just our best in order to win as many games as possible. But yeah, you just sometimes play those matches where everything is against you, and this was again one of those games where nothing really would go my way in terms of, you know, being able to be clinical in front of goal. And yeah, I was like this close of leaving. You could see me pressing start there once we can concede that goal from Antonio. But I decided to make some changes, and actually straight from kickoff we got a big opportunity. Hit the crossbar. Minutes later we would end up giving away a penalty in a stupid way. And that's when I actually decided to leave. So I think the record at the time was 3 losses and only 1 win. And again, we came up against a strong team with, I think, Lineker, Messi. And again, these chances are usually goals, those chip shots, but they didn't go in, unfortunately. 14th minute, however, though, Vinicius, nice first touch, passes it on to Memphis, who shoots it into the back of the net. And I thought my opponent actually would end up leaving, even though I did press the start button, because I think I want to make some changes again. Because I think one of the changes I did make was actually put Rodrigo next to the pie up front, instead of Vinicius, which ended up working very well for me in the last couple of games, because he's just more of a goal scorer for me than Vinicius is. But we ended up winning another game, meaning we were, I think, on like 11 points or something. So you will see the next games in the next episode, including the rewards, of course, we get from Weekend League, and also the FOD Hero SBC, because as I said, we do have a lot of fodder in the club, and I was not too sure at this moment of time whether or not I wanted to complete that SBC, but we will complete it in the next episode, so look out for that as well. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you, of course, did, drop a like, subscribe as well if you haven't already, and make sure to hit the notifications for more videos. Anyway, that's the end. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.